Hello, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
We're back.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. Long
We're
and short.
back.
Back with the Nick, re-energized, ready to go.
Still
And
long, still long and still short.
legit, we just booked flights. Here's what's wild. You get a $200 discount because you don't need the extra leg room.
I do.
So watch the space for traveling with the Nick, where one needs leg room and one doesn't.
That's right. I have so much leg room. If only I could sell it.
One
I will
day.
spend that $200 wisely that I've just
Can't
saved.
wait. You can buy me a drink at the bar beforehand.
I definitely owe you a couple of drinks.
All right, so tell me in your 2-minute best recap, school holidays, general holidays, Christmas closures, New Year's. How, how was life?
Well, life's great. And you know how I always say time's flying? Like I can't believe where the week's gone, where the month has gone. I, on the other hand, feel like January has been the longest month because I did like we covered two different states other than New South Wales where we live. When January started, we were in South Australia with my husband's family. Our eldest turned 17 in Jan. That was also in South Australia. We got back home, emptied the caravan, and had a great time just reconnecting with our, bedroom and shower and loved the caravan life, but definitely missed our house. Had an amazing trip. And then a week after that, we took off to Brisbane, to Queensland. If anyone's into Bluey's World, go to Brisbane and check out Bluey's World. And then came back, school prep, getting ready for school, getting ready for some medical things that are happening with the kids. Like it's been the longest, most jam-packed month and work in amongst all of that. It's been awesome. It's been really, really good. I mean, maybe the tan's helping, and
Yeah,
maybe not looking at the bank account is helping. And all the flights
that's
we've been
great.
booking.
Yeah, we've been booking a lot of flights. So the long and short of it is traveling a lot this year. We can't wait
Yes.
to take you to the real tiki bar again. Can't wait. Some other surprise and delights, but we will be not just zooming in with our digital background, but sharing some real life adventures.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you've had a good start to the year. January day 57, going well. Captain Vlog. I'd say
How are
we're
you?
slow
How about
start.
you?
Oh, family's great. Maddie is starting year 4. Fun fact, because Nick's daughters came over to our house and was like, that's my old teacher. And I was like, no way. So different schools, but same teacher from a previous year. So she's very excited to know that it's a good teacher. And
Yeah, she's gonna love her. She's awesome. We
so
talked to her in the shops the other day. Tell
nice.
Maddie that.
Yeah. So Maddie's stoked. New school, new year. Other than that, keeping all our OKRs moving, but I would
Mm-hmm.
say I'm trying to avoid the traditional resolutions. I don't know. How many of you struggle with that? I do.
We don't do them anymore.
No, I realize it's because having choice is a privilege, and having too much choice makes us unhappy as humans. And that's why January, while it should be like endless possibilities, what do you want to do? It ends up being really depressing because it's like there's so many things. Why did I choose to do that and not this? And I've got buyer's remorse and higher expectations. And I'm just not doing it. So I think
Love
it's
it.
status quo. It's like keep things going,
Mm.
health and wellness, family time, balance, and then add like one fun thing into the mix. So I choose an intention word instead of a goal because I think sometimes goals just get messy or let us down. So my intention word is connected. And I think that spans making sure I'm connecting with my network, my friends, my family. And then I threw in surprise and delight because I love when you can surprise and delight people. So I know you're behind the scenes on one of my surprise and delights coming up in March, but we can't mention it. So you'll have to watch and hear more about that. But I'm curious, Nick, what are your thoughts on resolutions? What are you working on?
Well, I don't know if people know, but you and I do quarterly OKR sessions at our spa day. So it was just another quarter. I think we did them in October
Hmm.
and we're a little bit behind on our spa day. This time around, it'll be month two into the quarter. So,
Hmm.
but we did a little mini session on Saturday at the beach.
Yes.
So I think that replaces the whole new year, new goals, new whatever. And it's just the rolling quarter.
Yeah.
And I love that. And yeah, I think similar to you, I had family time, enjoying my current like work environment, making the most out of that. Um, really living in the moment. I've gone a couple of years looking back, thinking, oh, I wish I'd spent more time with this person, or I wish I'd spoken to this exec team member, or I wish I'd taken on this project, and now I missed out on this opportunity because I left. So that recent experience had taught me to just enjoy the here and now, as I'm such a futurist. I'm always about what's coming next.
Hmm.
And it's really been a very intentional stay in the moment and stay present. I've
Yeah.
also been in previous episodes hinting about my midlife crisis with getting older. I've moved on from that.
When's your birthday?
La 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 la, never mind. We're not talking about it. Clearly I haven't moved
Yeah.
on. But yeah, that was part of the whole I need to just live in the moment. So maybe I love your idea around having an intention word. I'm gonna build on the word moment and go for momentum
Ooh,
as
love
my
that.
word. Oh,
Yeah.
just made that up. I like it.
Combining the now with the future. I love it.
Yes,
That's great.
nice. Thank
Amazing.
you. Thank you for inspiring that. Should have
Happy
we should have done this on a month or two ago. I
here
would
every
have had
week.
momentum.
Love it.
Like I need more.
That's true. Well, speaking of momentum and how quick it can change, have you been following what's happening with DeepSeek?
Yes.
Fascinating.
Oh my
For those
goodness.
who don't know, that is the new chat. What is it? GPT.
Yeah.
Chat competitor. And so the stock market went kind of haywire when it launched because it's like, wow, you can do it with this much less resources and cost and
Hmm.
deliver a similar product. I think that's sort of like a theme of efficiency, which we talked about previously, like the year of efficiency. What does that look like? And I
Yeah.
think, expect the unexpected.
Yeah. I haven't yet. So it's been released by DeepSeek AI.
Mhm.
You should if you're into AI, you should follow them and keep an eye. I do follow a few AI experts on LinkedIn, given my previous role at Harrison AI. And one of them published a comparison between the two, between chat and DeepSeek, but I haven't yet done the comparison myself. I can't wait to do that. I'll have a play later this week. But I think it's just, yeah, regardless of, it's not about changing tools or keeping up with the latest trend. It's more having awareness,
Yeah.
to your point, and around how quickly even the strongest um, and largest companies like Nvidia, how quickly they can be disrupted by a new player on the market. So I think there's a lesson in there around
Mhm.
just having that awareness that disruption is always around the corner, and how will you adapt and how will you respond in an agile and resilient way.
Yeah, absolutely. And not be commoditized. I think that's the
Yes.
challenge every tech platform is facing right now. So
Mm.
we will see.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot going on this year. So we still have to touch on talent management, sort of the end of our performance series that's coming up. And then all of our travel shenanigans, maybe
Mm.
commencing with the March luau visit. I'm excited for it.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Same.
Did you are you hearing from different people and culture team around AI adoption? I know you speak to so many in your
Yes and no.
consulting work.
Yeah, I think there's a
Right.
bit of a debate right now as to whether, recruiters have taken more of a keen interest in it than your
Mm.
traditional sort of HR ops side of the team. Um, I mean, given my background, I could play for the people ops side and say, well, in recruiting, like there's some very obvious plays with AI and plugins and things you can be doing on outreach and funnel management and networking. I think on the internal HR side, it's always the question of ethical use of AI. And like, if you're putting your information out into these, open sourced LLMs, like you're putting a lot of IP out there too. And so how do you centralize your knowledge base, but also keep it confidential enough for what your company needs? I think that's the challenge. So the most common use cases, I think, are just like getting frameworks in place instead of building from scratch, or policy frameworks. That's all well and good, but I think there's like the next level, which I'd love to see build. And if I had the time and will, I would probably put my head down and do it. But thinking through, once you do have the knowledge infrastructure in your company and you have something like a HR business partner who's advising managers, how do you create AI around their knowledge set so that it's real-time needs answered, not waiting, oh, this person's in that time zone, I got to wait till tomorrow to get that answer. I think that's going to be the unlock for
Nice.
HR ops teams. What do you think?
Nice. I think having a nickhopkins.ai is gonna be great.
I
Instead
love
of
that.
me messaging you at midnight, my latest, thought, I could just speak to your AI version.
But would you know it's AI? I don't know.
No, you would
Be like auto response when it doesn't comprehend chicken and waffles. That's the answer. Always. Margaritas. No.
I've been experimenting with AI for interviewing, so taking notes, AI tools taking notes while we're interviewing has been one thing. Um, for me, and I've also been the recipient of a meeting where someone used AI to take notes
Mhm.
of a conversation they were having with me, and that was my coach. So
Nice.
I've definitely been both the user of it and I guess, someone using it on me or for
Yeah.
me or with me. I don't know what the right language is. I'll get back to you on that. Um, of course, they asked for consent first, given it's a highly confidential setup, being a coaching conversation. It was online. They asked for consent. Absolutely, I never have an issue with that. It was to help with their note taking. Um, but when it was an action item, so the out of that conversation, that particular coaching session, I had asked my coach for some recommendations for particular authors and researchers and so on. So she had some work to do and get back to me. Usually she doesn't. Usually I'm the one with the 20 action items. I'm the one with the homework as the client, as the counterpart. But in on this particular occasion, she had actions and things to come back to me with. I noticed she still used a pen and paper for that. So I like the hybrid. I think for me, another word that I'm kind of falling in love with again is hybrid. So it's not either or, it's both and. Even when I was relying on this AI tool to take interview notes when I was interviewing a candidate, I still used, I was typing my notes in our talent system, the key pieces that I wanted to focus on with my personal commentary. So
Yeah.
AI was taking the notes down verbatim from the candidate. I was adding my personal commentary on that, whether that answer made me think of something else, or what I thought of the answer, or what my concerns were, or what I really loved about the answer. So
Love
that I
that.
found that co-pilot is a really cool way to engage more deeply with the conversation rather than engaging to listen. I was engaging to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look forward to continuing to experiment in that conversational and note-taking setting. And yeah, I want to check out DeepSeek and see what the deal is, what the big fuss is.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, they've got a great tagline in my browser. It says "Into the unknown."
Isn't that from Frozen 2? I was about to sing, but I'm worried
Don't break out
we'll
in
lose all
song,
our
please.
followers.
Please. No, I've only started fiddling around with it today, but I'm going to give it a go and maybe run some of the same strings of thoughts to see what it comes up with. But
Mm.
yeah, we'll see. So more to come on that. And yeah, I love the hybrid approach to your point. Until they can plug into your brain and get like, was that okay, a good or an excellent answer? Like, you're not going to voice that. So you need to have the
Yeah.
best of both approaches. So
Yeah.
great.
I'd feel sorry for any AI trying to hack into my brain. It's pretty messy in there.
Same. If you can make sense of what's in there, go for it. I am so excited. Oh, but it's gonna be a fun year. I think that just shows like expect the unexpected. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, until next time, let's do this again soon. We had a little hiatus. We'll be each other's
Yep.
accountability partners.
We were having too much fun in different parts of the
That's true.
world. That
Yeah,
Christmas shenanigans.
exactly.
We're
So
back now.
we're back. We're back and we are ready to go. So we will talk to y'all next time on talent management and what we thought of DeepSeek after digging into it.
Mm-hmm.
All
Talk
right.
soon.
Talk soon. See you later.
Bye.